Day has finally come. I am on my way to get the new van. It's taken 8 days for them to prep the van. I'm super excited to go and pick it up. I can't wait, so let's go. Alright guys, finally picked up the new van, the new Crafter, getting ready for van build number 2. Tom, absolutely brilliant mate, thank you very much.
Enjoy the new van mate.
Will do, yeah. BDS Automotive in Wigan.
That's right.
Anything got to say about it?
Fantastic van mate, you've been fantastic from start to finish. I wish you all the best with it.
Cheers mate, nice one. Cheers.
Thanks, Cheers.
Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got.
Alright, we're driving the new van. Awesome guys, absolutely awesome, loving it. Totally different to driving my little Traffic. Feels like I'm actually in a van, although it drives not like a van, but not like a Traffic, so that makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, Mum's just shut off now. I'm sitting at 60, we're sitting with all the lorries, saving a bit of fuel. I'm averaging on an empty van, I've got no idea because I've just changed it, 37 miles per gallon. I can get about 42 in my Traffic that's full by doing this. So yeah, huge difference, huge difference. So by the time I got weight in here, that's going to drop loads. But there we go, that's what happens. You can't have everything, can you? So yeah, I'm on my way home now. Amika is with my dad. He picked her up from school. So we're all going to congregate back there. I've got to get a few bottles of wine to say thank you for ferrying me about and all that good stuff. And then, yeah, I'll pick Amika up and we'll go home. She's not seen the van. Well, she's seen it when we went to look at it, but she's not, obviously, she wasn't part of the pickup. So I'm sure she's going to, I'm sure I'm going to get it in the neck for that. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Can't have everything, Amika. You can't have everything. I'm not sure what lane I'm supposed to be in here. I think this one. So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed up. I think that back end of that cold up that Mika had for while she was coming out of Germany and at the van show, so I've now got that. Testing out the new Insta360, first time in the cab. So yeah, I've no idea what that's going to come up like. The only thing that I don't like about the Insta360 is you can't just upload it onto the computer and look at it, because it's a different file type, so you've got to get it open in the app, which is fine, and then you've got to like manipulate how you want it to be. You can just set it to like normal 1080 and press save, and then it'll just be as like a normal one, but the actual camera is facing up at the moment. I know it doesn't look like it to you, but it's facing that way, and the back of the camera's facing down there, but to you it looks like it's facing me. So yeah, there's a lot of like post-production stuff you need to do, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. But I'm not using it for all my filming. I'm still gonna be using my phone, my GoPro, Amika's GoPro, and we've got a lot of cameras. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, I suppose I better concentrate on what I'm doing. 39.7 miles per gallon. It's going up, guys, going up. It's going downhill, that's why. Let's go back down again. Oh, I wish I had some tissue in my nose for a minute. Right, let's continue this journey. I think we've missed most of the traffic actually, so that's a good thing. But anyway, yeah, let's continue this journey and get home in one piece. Just arriving at Jewson's to get some insulation boards. I know it sounds early, but the van's in pretty good condition, so I don't think there's going to be that much prep work needed. Alright, insulation is out. Next job, take all the timber or ply off the sides, take out the wheel arches, or wheel arch box covers. Wow, there's a big gap down there. Have to get that sorted out. Yeah, and see what's underneath. I'm not gonna, I don't know yet. I'm thinking of not doing the floor straight away. I'm definitely gonna take the timber and ply out. These come in handy. So I've just got rid of all of the dust. I'm gonna give it a quick wipe down now, but what it has done is expose some really nice clean shiny metal. And I haven't seen any water leaks from the top. I have noticed though 2 things, which is one, the magnets that hold the rear doors open are leaking, so they'll need treating. And all the way along here you can see where there's watermarks that have come down here and here where it's concreted at the bottom, and so on and so forth. So I'll have to pull the trims off at some point and get that all sorted out. But yeah, it's in really good condition, so I'm going to give it a good clean down now and probably start some of the insulation on the top, certainly the big panels, get that cracked. And then yeah, the weather's still not great here, so I don't want to be getting outside messing with any of the side of the van. Plus tomorrow I'm going away with work, so I'm just going to do what I can on the inside for now, and then we'll move on to other jobs. Obviously this is the second build, so I don't need to like sit and watch YouTube videos and every stage that everybody's done. I can mix and match between things, and just do what I can when I can and when it seems to make sense for me. So I'm just going to give it a quick wipe down now. Mika's come in to help. Hi. Little helper. Still thinks she's in Europe. Looks like that. Yeah, we're not doing the floor. I was going to do the floor straight away. The traditional thing is to rip the floor out, clean all the floor and stuff, but everything that I do is going to go on the floor. And last time I did that, I just wrecked my floor. So I spent forever like cleaning the van and then having to re-clean the floor every single time. Even then I put like card over the top, the card just moved and got ripped and stuff. So yeah, it's a waste of time. So that's what we're up to. So should we do some wiping down then?
Yep.
Alright, looking forward to this van conversion?
Of course I am, I love this van so much!
Yeah.
There's so much more room. Before, our old one's up to here.
Yeah, you were almost touching a roof, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's the difference in height. Look, where Amika's hand is now, that's the difference in height. That is absolutely crazy.
And
even me, look.
And also, I can't even get up there or up here.
No.
That's how big it is.
Yeah, we need a step of some description. It's going to be even higher when we lift it. Anyway, right, let's get cleaning. Alright, starting to look clean. Already managed to cut my hand open. But we've got most of the dust off the walls now. They're all nice and clean, looking really good. Mika's just finishing off the insides now. So yeah, ceiling and walls are ready for insulation. So there is a little bit of rust here, but those that have converted vans will know that this is just condensation that's formed on the end of the metal. So rather than go crazy with it, I'm just going to get some Hammerite and run it across it. I reckon the engine will probably die by the time that comes a problem, so it's not going to be an issue. But yeah, loads of things before that I went to town on, I'm just not going to bother because it's just a complete waste of time. But yeah, we're nearly there. Found some LEDs on the top here that's obviously somebody's used in the past, so I'm going to try and connect these up. Hopefully they still work. At least I've got a bit of lighting in here. They're normally quite powerful, these, so yeah, there's probably 30 or 40 lights there. But I'm going to have to get inside now because I need to sort that out. Are you done down there?
Not yet.
Not yet? Alright.
I need to get some gloves on.
Need some gloves, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get some gloves, sort this plaster, blood out and get a plaster on it, and then we'll carry on.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now.
Right, so everything's clean now. I'm gonna start putting some insulation boards on the walls. Yeah, it seems a bit early to be doing it, but my garage is full of insulation boards. I can't get to anything, so the sooner I get it on the walls and out of the way, the better. Yeah, I reckon we could probably insulate both side walls today, which would be a massive bonus. Maybe even the roof, I'm not sure yet. I still have no plan. One plan that I have got is, ideally I wanted pods on the side so I could sleep across in the bed. But the pods are quite expensive. They're not bank breaking, but I've got a lot of other stuff I need to buy, so they're kind of on the back burner. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put a 1 metre bed, a 1 metre bed across here that pulls out into a 2 metre bed, which will basically be a king size bed. Now I have no interest in a king size bed, but I can't sleep across in the van. So that is the only answer, which I'm pretty comfortable with. I just need to work out the height, because I want full size kitchen unit type things in here rather than lower down like I had in my other van. Yeah, so it's going to be a pull-out bed, which is 2 meters. So I guess 2 meters is kind of 1, 2. So it'll probably come to this panel, which basically gives a ton of room left over compared to what we did have. Now we are going to put a shower in this van as well, so the shower's probably going to go either where Amika stood or where the bed will end for now. Not entirely sure, not 100%, not got a clue what I'm doing. We're just going to go with it, see what happens. Right, let's crack on. So, some LEDs on the roof, and I'm going to see if I can get them to work with this.
Down.
Like that.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't blow, and hopefully they work.
Whoa.
They do work, and they're bright. Right, so as you may have seen in previous videos, Bluetti, not only providing the power for the van, thank you very much, but also I'm going to be using it to build the van. So I've just plugged in the jigsaw. Works a treat. So rather than sit there with a saw or a blade or a kitchen knife trying to saw through insulation boards, I'm just going to go straight through the jigsaw with the Bluetti. Before I cut it, I'm going to measure it again. So, it.This.
Ta-da! Amazing!
What we need is some, I put the mask on by the way because I completely forgot to put it on earlier and it's filling with dust in here, so half of the sellotape fibres are on the floor, the other half are now inside my lungs, so if you are doing this, definitely put a mask on. So yeah, I've cut them all at an angle. It's a bit tricky because of the shape of it, but we've got there now. So I'm going to stick this one to the back, and then we'll have to get some expanded foam, which we haven't got at the moment, and that will obviously fill in all the gaps there. But yeah, stage 1 done. Before I put the panel up, I've got some sound deadening as well. I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm just going to put a few little strips on there because it is quite hollow, but I'm just going to put 2 thin strips on there because the mid beams are holding it in place already. I've already checked those, and then we'll get the insulation board up. we've been going for about 5 hours now, and to be honest, because I've done it before, it's a hell of a lot quicker this time round, I can assure you. So what have we done so far? So we put in the sound deadening now, so panels are nice and whatever they are, sound deadened. We've then put on the insulation boards, which we used adhesive spray stuff on. Technical term, don't copy my videos by the way. So they're stuck on the like proper on, which is cool. And then everywhere else around it we've used what have we used?
Fluffy stuff.
Fluffy stuff. Another technical term. We've used some fluffy stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, just call it fluffy stuff.
Yeah, if you go to the shop and just ask for fluffy stuff, they'll definitely know what you're talking about. So we're going through the hard bit, and Mika's been doing all the little holes as well, which has been really useful. But unfortunately, a lot of it just keeps falling through, so we do need to do that bottom bit. We're probably not going to insulate the bottom bit yet because of the holes where the water's come through from the fairing? Whatever it's called, another technical term. Probably going to leave that for now and just focus on doing the sort of roof and the higher parts of the walls. I'll get the back doors done, get the side door done, and yeah, that's where we're at the moment. One thing I haven't said is, a lot of people have been asking me like, what am I doing with the van and what design am I going for, etc. I'm going to do something massively outrageous and not put any windows in the van. Everyone I've told have been like, what? Why are you not putting any windows in the van? How are you going to see outside? Well, if I drive somewhere beautiful, my intention is not to just park up and look out the window. I'm actually going to go out in the beautiful scenery. Yeah, so I'm not putting any windows in. That's one reason. The other reason is at night time, when you've got a blacked out window, you can't see out of it. It's quite hard to see outside when it's dark outside. So if anybody is around, whether they're just walking past with a dog or whatever they're doing, you can't actually see outside very well. So you're kind of like looking outside, and then people can actually see you because they can see in through the window. So I'm going to put cameras all around the top of the van, which will obviously work in the daytime and night time, and then somewhere in the middle of the van I'll have a big screen and I'll see all the cameras and see what people are up to.
Yeah.
Walking past with their dog and stopping at the side of the road to have a wee and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a little break now because we haven't had any lunch. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So then we're going to come back out, we're going to try and get that panel done, which won't take long, and then I'll just trace that panel because it'll be the same size for that panel, and then we'll probably try and get that door done. If we can get the whole door done, great, and then that's probably going to take us into the early evening, and that'll be it. And then tomorrow I'll try and get the back doors done, and then we've got to go away tomorrow with work, so there's going to be a bit of a stop on this, but when we get back in the evenings after work, maybe the sneaky little lunchtime as well, get some work done on the van. But then we've got obviously next weekend where I'm going to rip the bulkhead out, build the frame, and that's going to be basically a Celotex, so one of these walls, and it will be so hot in this van. It's going to be ridiculous. Right, still got a cold, so that's it. What are you saying?
I'm saying you don't need a heater, you need a cooler.
A cooler, an air conditioner. Yeah. So the aim is to make it as warm as possible, so you can just pop a heater on, and yeah, and that's that. That's the plan. It never goes to plan. So, quick update. Where are we up to? So we're just about to start insulating this side of the van. Well, actually we're going to finish this side, but first of all, for reasons that I don't know, I did this one first, and what we've done is we've just cut out a little notch here so it goes nice and flush against this. Before we put it up, we've been really clever. We drew round that one. We drew around it, so we've got a template, so it shouldn't take long. I'm going to film the next one and show you how quick it is. I'll do it on time lapse, but I'll show you how quick it is with the jigsaw. It is literally a game changer. Right then, are you putting that one up?
Yep.
Can you do it?
Do you mind holding it?
I don't mind. Find a little groove, it will just slot in. There it is. Lift it up a bit higher. Yeah, that'll do. That's where it's going. And that is solid. Right, let's stick a time lapse on and let's get this board cut.
Let's rock. Let's rock.
Right.
Let's rock a rock.
Alright, man the board. Jesus. What you will see is gaps around here. Now I have cut that one a little bit too small, but it's absolutely fine. By the time I've cut the ridge out, it'll be nice and flush, and then I'll just use expanding foam all around the outside, which is what this is pretty much made from anyway. And that'll just fill in any gaps. Staying up there already. Yeah, that'll fill in any gaps, so it'll be nice and flush. Right, I need to get this dust off me. Alright, good morning. Hello.
Hi, crazy hair.
Hi, Chris, yeah. I was going to do a end of day update yesterday, but it was too dark, so I wouldn't be able to pick it up on the camera because there's no lights in here. Well, there is, but they're not very bright. Well, they are, but they die after a bit. But anyway, so we're here, it's the morning. So, yeah, we managed to get most of the walls done, which is a significant amount of progress in one day. So, nothing was rushed, everything was done properly, but obviously last time when I converted a van, I didn't even know what this was. I didn't even know how to fill that, and I didn't know where to go to get it, for example, and all it is plastic bottle insulation, which I now know. Celotex boards, I remember from working on building sites, but I didn't actually realise that you put them in a van, which is weird. So yeah, all these things that I had to spend days and days researching and think about, and then not only think about, but like, how do you cut them, what tools do you use, all these things that just take absolutely forever. I didn't actually have to even think about this time. I just went to the shop, bought the insulation. I think we were out and back within an hour. One thing that I did see, which you saw in the last videos, was using a jigsaw to cut these. Yes, it's not perfect, but a quick squirt of expanding foam around the outside of that will completely seal that. And again, around these little edges as well. So just where the insulation, what's it called? Fluffy stuff, yeah. And you can see there, that one there, I've not done. So rather than just stick a load of insulation down there, I'll just put foam down there and it'll seal it better. Today we probably need to start these beams. I did do one yesterday, but I wasn't confident I was filling it properly. So I'm going to try and get all of these done. God knows how I'm going to do that. I need something just to push it all along, maybe get it all in there, or I'll just put foam in there. I had a bit of a disaster with the foam last time. I put it in and it didn't really work, and that was because it was 2 degrees outside, roughly, give or take. So I think foam needs to be at a certain temperature, I'm not sure what it is, for it to actually work and expand. So yeah, I just thought it was naff stuff and just gave up, but yeah, we'll get that sorted this time. Roof, I need the pins to put the boards on, the Celotex boards, so probably going to wait unless I can get any today. But yeah, ultimately we're going to try and get these cleaned out, all these channels cleaned out along the bottom. And you can see here where the water's come in all the way along, because obviously when you make a van that's worth thousands of pounds, you leave holes in the side so water can get in. So yeah, we'll get all those cleaned out, and then we're going to have to get the trimming off on the side and then seal them up. But that's not a difficult thing. I was thinking of using Sikaflex to do that, so we might do that. I need to think about the floor, but I think the floor will take 2 days to do properly, because that's where any of the damage is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, which includes, so the process of that will be to rip the floor up and then take out all these lashing points, because we won't need those. Take off the rear step, take off the side step covers, whatever they're called, and there'll be loads of rust and damage under those just because of grit and movement. So it'll be a case of cleaning it all out, letting it dry, treating it, sanding it down, treating it. So that'll probably take the best part of the day because of having to wait for drying and paint drying times, and then the following day we'll then put the battens down and insulate the floor. So we'll probably do that next weekend. That's a big job to get done. That's kind of where we're at. Hat?
Where did that come
Kind
from?
of where we're at. No idea. Right then, should we get on with it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.